boys, minions, and welcome back to unMadeGaming. We're here for another episode on Knights of Truth, and with me here is the adorable KW Frags, the mythomatic man himself. Why are you wearing a mask, McLokin? And
I grew up in the 90s!
I grew up in the 90s. Perfect. And Bob. Bob,
God,
what?
Jesus, one day, you guys are
One
going
day
to crash
you'll get
an
a
airship
nice-
called the Numenberg.
The Numenera.
Yeah.
That being said, guys, if you want to interact with this show, please, by all means, check in that donation section down below for all the fun stuff you can donate for, and we'll jump right into things. So, Bob, take us into the Ninth World.
Yeah. So when last we met our heroes, you guys crashed the Numenberg. You were invaded by raiders, got some fighting, found a Cypherus, which is probably the first time you're hearing that word.
It is.
And now we're getting into things. You guys are stranded. As you look around, you see the smoking of the Numenberg.
Wait, we didn't crash it.
No, we did crash.
We
We
crashed
crashed. The last line of the show was, "Hey, who out of all of you can survive in that shit?" And that was my
Did I
character.
black out last week? What happened?
Yeah.
All right. Dope. I thought we saved the ship with the whole skiff
No.
thing. All right.
No. We prevented it from blowing up until when it hit the ground.
Wait, what happened? I think I may have blacked out too at the end of that.
Oh, Jesus
Perfect.
Christ!
No,
Everybody said, Jacoby, you're awesome, and then we ended, right?
Right, that's what I thought too. Jacoby and Deneen, you nailed the show. Great job. The end.
You're
Yeah.
awesome.
So the last thing that happened is Mike and or Denice and Jacoby made this amazing play. You guys were able to
That part.
you guys were able to stop the thing from falling to the thing. At this point, it did wind up crashing, but you stopped it from crashing hard. You skidded across the ground. You guys came out with the dust of the wreckage and looked around, and Scout was like, well, does anybody know how to survive here? Was the last thing that happened.
Right.
Fuck.
Okay, I remember that. All right,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's now a survival game.
Shit.
Yeah.
I was not ready for this. I have
As you
no
guys look
skills.
around, the scenery seems to be a lot different than anything that you guys were passing over before. Looking around, rather than seeing the ravine and, luscious greens, you see bright yellows and browns, rocks sticking out of the ground, dust flowing in the wind. You appear to be in some type of desert climate. Even the people are kind of like looking around in strange ways. Every so often you hear the noises of like
Oh my god.
off in the distance.
Fans.
Sand people, run. Gazing around, it looks as whatever you're in now at one point in time was a ravine, but is now just dried up and empty. What do you guys do?
What remains of the Numenberg?
The whole thing, it's not completely destroyed. There is no more, or there's nothing in the sack anymore, in the membrane. And the compartment on the bottom is pretty torn up on the bottom floor where the engine room is. In fact, distinctively, maybe about 150 feet away, you see which was one of the engines at some point.
Now, are we thrown from the ship? Or did
Nope.
just like, and we're still in the
Yeah.
ship and everything's kind of okay?
You guys kind of came out at the end of the episode.
Okay. Does the ship look like it has power at all?
You see sparks of electricity jolting off of it. Also, I forgot to mention, one of the last things is you saw the clothed figure getting on a mount and riding away. Also, last episode. I forgot to mention that. I apologize.
Okay, cool. Dope. So it's sparking, so there is some kind of energy coming from the thing. About how far are we from the about to explode Numenberg?
10 feet, 15 feet.
Cool.
Is it gonna blow up?
I don't know. How skilled are you with things of this nature?
With things exploding?
With Numenera? Well, I mean,
Yeah, I would say this would probably be a Numenera chest, if any, only for lack of better skills.
perception?
I mean, there's no perception, but yeah,
We're just trying to get a feel, trying to
yeah,
perceive.
sure. Roll me an insight check.
I'm skilled with Numenera. I don't know what I need to do for that. But.
Yeah, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check. This is gonna be a difficulty 4. You can probably start figuring out ways to drop it. Jacoby disappeared into the desert.
Okay.
Go ahead. Dan.
Well, I mean, I'm skilled in Numenera, so my
Yeah.
roll is skilled. So I got a -2 already to it, and I got a success.
Yeah, that's fine. This isn't going to explode. There's not many things on here that would cause an explosion. Maybe one of the cylinders from the ancient motors may break and cause a minor explosion, but there is no fuel to this.
There's no fuel, stupid.
It's more just an electric motor than anything else.
What? How would I even have any? How would I even know that? I've never even been
Well,
on
can you
this.
talk to machines?
I can speak to them. Yes, I don't know what fuels them. It's energy of some kind, I assume. I don't know what explodes and what doesn't explode. You don't know. I can shoot a rocket out of my arm.
No, you can't.
I literally can.
I can shoot a rocket off that.
I literally can.
Now,
like-
are the bodies of the things that attacked us laying anywhere around?
Yeah, those two are actually.
Oh
are
my god!
sparking
Can I
as well.
have that energy sword?
If you get your hands on it.
He had
I
to take his
run
glasses
towards
off for
it.
that one. That's how you know.
Okay.
Yeah, Deneen also goes inside the wreckage of the ship, not looking for an energy sword whatsoever.
Okay. Scout, roll me a 1d6 plus 2.
1d6 plus 2. Rolling 1d6 and adding 2. 8.
Jesus, of course. Why not? Yeah, you have a level 8 energy blade.
Okay.
Is that like
It's just extra piercing for
Is
the
it-
purposes.
Okay.
Is it a
What?
cipher?
What?
It's
Does 8 more
safer than what?
Is it a cipher or an artifact?
It's a cipher. I apologize.
Oh, it's a cipher.
Correct.
So before I do that,
Take it.
I guess I take my sonic hole and throw it at Jacoby, and go.
Now I'm worried because what does that do?
And why is it being thrown at a party member?
I don't know if I want to catch that.
I'm like a catch, and basically as I'm like picking up, oh, it's a cipher, and then I have the other cipher, and I'm like, no, I don't want that. So basically, I give you a level 8 sonic hole, which is draws all the sound within long range into the device for 1 round per cipher level. With the affected area, no sound can be heard.
Oh, neat. It's like a cone of silence.
Yeah.
I feel like that should have been on him in the first place, the assassin.
I got it, and now I saw all the badass shit he did, and not read a book the whole
No,
goddamn.
instead of the assassin having anything assassin based, he had a fucking grenade. I mean, I guess
I'll do it. I'll do
I
it.
guess the grenade does kill a target, so I mean,
It did. It was awesome.
at the end of the day, it definitely killed a guy.
What was the level of that?
8.
That song?
8.
8? Wow.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll throw the chat in there for you.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that he rolled a 6 on all of his ciphers.
Really?
He's a monster
No,
person.
the last one, it's level 3. I actually did bad on that one. So the energy sword does what? What is it? What about it?
I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to figure that out.
That's
Do I have to find the cipher section in the book? Or?
No, like literally, as the rules for mechanics purpose here, to discover what a Numenera device does, you have to roll a challenge equal to the Numenera level,
Which is now 8.
which is now 8, because your rolls are immense, which means it's an impossible task, and you cannot roll to find out.
Okay.
You need an 8 times 3, so 20 something, 20 some number.
Okay. No, I
24?
just have an energy sword. I'm gonna whip it around and
Yeah.
fucking hit people with it. Is it a medium-sized weapon or?
Medium.
Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. I'm like, I got an energy sword.
I like that. Like we both ran towards the ship, and you just picked up a sword, and you're just fucking swinging it around.
Scout is very much a child. I don't know if you guys all
As
realize.
Deneen runs uncharacteristically into burning wreckage and goes inside the ship.
My pants.
Oh no, my very tight
My
but chilly
pants.
pants.
No.
No, seriously though,
Not my
I
special
am
bra.
I am running in to locate some manner of powered screen. I know there were screens all around the ship, and I want
Yeah.
to find one of them.
We'll say that you do find one over by the door. It was the first one that you noticed and you tried to get into, and it's kind of just flickering. You notice like a few colors will come up the screen and then back down. And
Okay,
so on and so
I'm
forth.
gonna dump some intellect and make myself real dumb, because I need to know where the hell we are. Because I don't do good outside, especially not in deserts. You can't you have to hand wash all these scarves, and like, you know, the sand gets in them, and just it gets so it's just not a scene that I want to be a part of.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
So I'm gonna roll you a check here, an intellect check. What's the DC for this?
Go ahead and roll me I was gonna say 14. Go ahead and roll me You're speaking to this machine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's no check required.
Okay, cool.
As soon as you tap into the machine, what do you so have a conversation with it? What are you
So
saying?
well, I guess I wouldn't be talking to it like verbally. I'm trying to access this machine.
Why not?
Yeah, because I don't. It's dying. It's a dying machine. Jacoby, I don't understand how the machine talking works. I try this. And he like puts his hands on the screen and he says, "Listen, tiny computer inside the burning wreckage of the ship. Where are we?"
Oh my God, that was amazing.
I don't.
I don't know what.
I don't.
How did you do that?
Which part of it?
The power. How did you? Oh my God.
I feel like I've never been hit on by a machine before, but I think it's happening right now.
Are you talking to the machine?
Yes, and I think it's trying to engage in activities of the carnal desire with me, and I'm uncomfortable in how to progress this. There's not even a port here.
Throw up in its mouth.
That was a one-time event, Scout. I told you that in confidence. Why would... Damn it, Scout.
No. How did you do that?
How did I do what?
How did you make me so powerful?
Oh, with the engine surge, because I am... magic.
I do not compute.
That's fine. Anyway, where are we?
My scanners are down.
Well, shit. The scanners are down. It can't tell me where we are.
I can tell you where we are.
If you weren't swinging a sword around all willy-nilly, we would... Where are we, Scout?
Bob, where are we?
Do you actually have something that'll tell you that?
Navigation. I can't get lost.
You can't get lost.
Unless it's like magical or something like that.
He's an
Yeah.
elf. Yeah, you know, obviously.
Yeah, he's an elf. He's a first edition elf.
So you can't get lost, but you may not know where you are.
Yeah, you don't know where you are, but you see above you, now that you're looking around and trying to figure it out, there's a lot of crystals all around the area. You can't really depict what it is, but you see these massive crystals coming out of the ground, forming spires in some cases. Some of them are even floating.
Show me map screen.
Does that mean anything to anyone?
There's meth everywhere.
Meth everywhere. Blue.
Well, there's floating crystals everywhere, so we're in the crystal fields.
Oh.
That would probably trigger to anyone who has any bit of geological knowledge.
Can you shift click that for me there, Babo?
I mean, if I really don't want to show you where on the map. I feel like that's a part of the challenge.
Yeah, but the viewers don't need a challenge, Bob.
Okay.
Thank you.
It showed me. Damn it.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. The viewers don't need the challenge.
I feel like the viewers are up for the challenge.
I feel like we're so far off course. Where the fuck were we before? This is now a puzzle of immense proportions. As I was pretty sure we were going like south, and now we're...
You were heading east before.
Yeah, well, we should have headed east, but we went north. It looks like.
Where the hell was Key?
Where the hell did we start at?
Yeah.
We started it wasn't in the Kingdom of God.
No, it was Key, which is way down here to the west.
Wait,
And we were supposed to fly to the east, and we flew half across the map to the north. Like, we teleported way the fuck up there.
Where's Key?
Next to Iskobal in the Steadfast.
Where the fuck is Iskabal? We're going to play this game for a while, aren't we?
I don't know if I can pay it. Right there.
Ah.
So there's Key.
Subject-
And we were
Wait,
supposed to go to Thamor, which is over here. This blue pig, and instead we're way the fuck off course. Past Navarine, past the Amber Monolith in the cloud crystal skyfields.
We passed the Amber Monolith? We must have.
Yeah,
I
we
guess
did.
would not have known.
Which is crazy.
Well, we think we're in the cloud crystal field, sky fields.
Yes.
We just see crystals. It could be anywhere.
Cool.
Yeah, where do you guys want me to
I
drop
think I
this?
say that in game too.
That's good.
I go,
right there.
hold on. Let's not freak out. It could be in any one of these crystal pockets.
Listen, I'm not very good at geography, but I don't think that we're supposed to be where you think we are, Scout. It was a simple, like, straight shot journey. I feel like we are very off course, and I don't recall the ship veering too far. I guess the explosion and the drift could have... I don't understand.
Well, how fast were we going?
I don't know. Jacoby, you look like you know math.
Go on. You were right.
Yes.
Okay, if we
Go on.
if a Numenberg left key going going approximately 60 miles per hour in a general northeasterly direction, and instead the trajectory changed about 45 degrees to the north, where the hell are we?
The crystal fields.
Like I said, you're right.
I don't... I feel
I
like the
look like a
crystal
person who
fields...
could do math.
It's very, very far off course.
Scrolling through my...
Can you connect to the data sphere and find out where the hell we are, Jacoby? Is there like a... Do you have like...
Service? Let me see.
Google Maps or something?
What?
Noogle mats. Yes.
The Moogle maps.
Oh, lordy. It appears that your tablet has been damaged.
Son of a bitch.
My powers. All right.
Now what's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Actually assassinate? Shit.
Now the panic
Now
sets in.
I can't continue my spree of
Fruit Ninja.
no, what's that bird?
Floppy Bird?
Floppy Bird, thank you.
Numenera birds.
All I've been doing was Floppy Bird this whole time.
That's because he just scrolls up and down. We never actually see what he's doing.
Damn it.
Here he's Mango.
Yeah, it's this old oddity that I have where you just only plays this old game, archaic game called Floppy Bird. Doesn't even look like a bird; it's more like a whale. Anyway, so right. So how damaged is it? Physically damaged, or it won't connect to something?
It wouldn't take much to get it fixed, but you would need an actual person skilled in it to fix it.
The monitor is probably broken.
Yeah,
I'm
something
skilled
like
in it.
Could I give that a shot? I can speak to it and hopefully tell it to repair itself.
Whatever. Yeah. And I just give you my tablet.
No. Let's
so-
take a crack at this.
It just broke. Please don't say that. It's really too soon. So the man.
It,
all right,
it
so,
appears that the digitizer is broken.
You can't just make up words, Bob. Fucking.
That's actually what the
Cool.
touching portion.
I am going to attempt to fix this thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do have some
and,
light tools, but what's the difficulty here?
we're gonna say that this is gonna be a difficulty. Do you have any experience with this? With the Numenera?
I have experience. This is a Numenera device. I thought this was just.
Well,
like
it's a cipher, right? I think we're considering it.
I think it's just an oddity. I think it's just a device.
Okay, so yeah,
an item that I had. My oddity is actually a bamboo stick that grows an inch a month.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a rod of wood that grows an inch a month, which is a bamboo stick.
yeah.
Perfect.
Let's say that it's a difficulty 5.
Okay, so difficulty 5. I am trained in all tasks relating to electrical machines. Electrical
Yep.
machines.
Electronic.
And I. Ooh. So that should drop it down to 1 because I'm trained. To drop it down to 4 rather. I am going to use. I'm going to drop some intellect points on this one.
Okay.
So I'm going to drop it down to a 4 with the training, so that brings it to a 3. And yeah, let's give that the old heave ho. No.
Okay, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna intrude here.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you?
I'm gonna let you you can turn that failure into a success.
Uh-huh.
And then frown upside down, buddy.
However, it's going to be, you can probably get this to work by oversurging the battery. However, doing that is going to cause the main board to overheat and cause it to fry itself. But you would be able to get at least 3 or 4 minutes use out of it.
Am I confident in my knowledge of the generalities of the data sphere that we can get Noogle maps to load in 3 minutes?
Yes.
Perfect. Done. Give me that XP. And because I just broke all your shit, Jacoby, you get the other XP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where
Yeah.
Janine would be like, I can get a reading of where we are.
No, I don't even think he would. I think he just takes the tablet and he's like, "Oh, look at that, fixed it," and he hands it back to you as it comes on. Like
Nice.
you know when you leave your phone in the sun, where it's just real
That's
hot.
exactly what's happening,
It's real
yeah.
hot when you he hands it back to you.
So the physics of it is you wind up resoldering the battery that goes from the screen to the main board. There's a battery in between. You resolder and repurpose it straight to the main board. And let's say you take the power of the ship itself and then put it into the monitor, the holographic monitor. As you poke into this, you're handing it to him, but Jacoby, you can't actually leave the ship with it. It's literally attached to the ship at this point.
Yes, it had to charge.
I can't. It's plugged into the ship right
the
now.
USB is in the ship's.
It's very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just keep it here then, I guess.
Okay. So what do you?
Over the next bit, you guys notice that like Jacoby leaves the building or the compartment of this ship or wherever, futzes around outside, and then like an impatient person waiting for a meeting or a business call on his phone, but is away from the phone, goes back and checks on the phone, tablet every 5 or so minutes. He tries to make himself comfortable outside, but he can't. And in this, you guys start to realize that Jacoby is out of his element. And in an OOC standpoint, Jacoby's an urban ranger, and this is not at all.
He's the hipster assassin. He's not
Yeah,
okay
he's
without
not
his
supposed
phone.
to be in the woods. Yeah.
Yeah, but
if you could
nevertheless,
just access
after a few,
Google Maps.
after maybe about 15, 20 minutes of futzing around with it, you do in fact hear him say, "Aha!"
I've got it. Here it is.
Him say, ah, or me say, ah.
It's all fixed for you.
Oh,
Just leave it plugged in. There's like a charge happening. If you could just access Google Maps as quickly as possible.
okay.
Not that anything's gonna happen to it at all. Just
Okay. All right. And yep, here.
Mhm.
I got it. It's open.
yep. Okay. Where are we?
Okay.
Could you?
You guys are in the coastal Skyfields.
Son of a bitch! Scout was right. Don't tell Scout that he's right.
You are in the northern section of it.
Oh, jeez.
What other information are you trying to find out?
Okay. Look, we were supposed to go to here, into like way down here, way south, way further south than we are. How did we get so far north?
I don't know, but I can only assume anything north of where this map is only going to be just free range of the GM's creativity, and it's going to be nuts, I think.
I don't know. Is
You have
it
to be careful.
general manager? I don't understand.
Question.
Answer,
While
Scout.
they were doing all of this,
Uh-huh.
could I be in
Swinging
the
a
kitchen
sword.
area, digging out all the food and water, and getting it all gathered together?
So I know that this is one of your abilities, and I'm gonna partial tied with this.
No, so my ability is I can get me food and water. Fuck everyone.
Right. Okay.
I'm going and finding all the food and water, and my plan is to start figuring out how much food and water everyone has
Mhm.
per person and see how long they
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, exactly. So good, then we agree. You're able to get. There are 25 people here, all in total.
Mhm.
You are able to find enough resources to probably between food and liquid. I'm not gonna say water because there's definitely alcoholic beverages as well. I'm going to say that you're able to scrounge up enough for them to survive for 3 days.
I will gather all the people and
Fight to the death.
have them all be there and look at all of them with my charismatic look.
Yeah, they're all looking at you scared. Like there's women and children. Women are holding their children. Some are crying, and men are sitting there shaking. One's got like a sling on his arm. You notice a couple of Truth members are walking, and they seem to have like broken limbs of some
Is there
sort.
really old people?
There are.
Okay. So, looking at your guys' current resources, you have between the 25 of you and what you have here, you have about 3 days. So most of you are probably going to die. I recommend killing your old off so you can survive a little bit longer and take their rations and distribute it amongst yourselves.
You see the old people slowly start to.
Or let them run. You guys can run away and die in the crystal fields because that's where we are.
wheelchairs.
They won't confirm it with me, but we're here.
What do you mean?
Look all around us. There's floating crystals. We're in the crystal fields.
Shouldn't the truth be sending people after us? I'm a diplomat.
And I show my scout badge, and I'm like, I am the truth. I'm saving you. I'm telling you what you need to do. Are you guys good at living in the wilderness? Is this...
One of the men in the back raises their hands.
You're chieftain.
I'm what?
You're chieftain now. If anyone has any questions or needs to figure anything out, you are the leader now of this ragtag group of 25 people. I recommend killing your old people because they're just dead weight at the moment.
What? How dare ye?
Go ahead, play NPCs.
This is going on outside the ship.
I'm assuming he's gathered.
You're there too, Nell.
Yeah.
I just pictured Nell's in the crowd.
He's probably counting on his hand.
We're all lined up as the order of truth, and Nell's like,
how are we gonna get out of here?
get here.
Yeah, no, Nell's kind of standing back, just hanging out, not really helping. He's out of his element as well. He doesn't know what's going on. He's not a survival wilderness kind of guy. I got that word out. It took me a while, but it came out. Yeah. But yeah, he's gonna hear, kill. I suggest killing your old people, and he's gonna turn and he's gonna. I assume Denise and Jacoby are dealing with a computer issue.
They're on the phone tech support.
Yeah. So he's gonna be like,
I'm on with tier 1 help desk right now inside the Newman blimp.
Yeah, he's gonna.
I'm walking between the inside of there and outside to where Scout's talking, probably giving you a shrug, and then walking back in for maybe more news.
So he's trying to get I'm gonna kill the old people.
What?
Is that something we want?
No. Who's saying that?
I mean, he's not. Nobody.
All I'm saying is they're just dead weight.
Oh, it's Scout.
It's Scout.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think it might turn into a thing.
Did he give a reason why we're killing the old people? Is it?
No, he's leaving it up to them to kill them. But,
I understand. I completely understand where he's coming from. It logically makes the most sense. We're going to up the chances of survival exponentially. But the only thing is, we should cutting down the morale of this settlement we have here.
I don't want to seem rude, but if you bring the elderly with you, you can kill them.
If we need to, we can eat them.
Yeah.
See, he was on the same page. You just bring them with you, and then you kill them, eat them.
I read a bit slower, but I got there. We're on the same chapter.
I just more importantly, I don't want to seem selfish, Jacoby, even though you seem to be leading this ragtag crew of whatever the hell we are. But how do we survive?
As he says that, you guys hear the noise.
It's the old people. They're dying.
On the top of the ravine, dried up ravine on either side, you guys see what appears to be cloaked figures, maybe about 6 on one side, half a dozen on the other.
Like, I see this?
Yeah. Anyone who's outside of the ship right now see this. Everyone has heard that noise. They seem to have apologies. They seem to have goggles and a mask similar to Scout.
Okay. Are they raiders or are they scouts or seekers as well?
I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to go find out.
Can I roll a perception?
You can, I guess. Is there a perception check in Numenera? I feel like there should be.
Yeah,
It's an intelligence based.
Yeah, just give me an intelligence. Yeah, I am in.
No, I have it. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm specialized in perception.
Okay. So are you helping him with this? Or are you running out now?
I am.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone helping you, if they're helping you, you can reduce it by 1 for asset.
what was the difficulty, by the way?
You're trying to discern their class? What are you trying to discern here?
I'm trying to discern what they are and if they're threatening in some sort of way.
Do you have any experience up here?
Up where?
Up on the northern part of the Steadfast. Well, I guess you're not in the Steadfast anymore, but not in Kansas anymore.
Not at all.
Well, actually, pretty similar to Kansas, actually. I'll let them look at the
giant
geography.
fields of crystals. You know, the Kansas crystals. Everyone knows about those.
Yeah, come on.
I know one goes there.
The Kansas crystal fields.
Is there crystal fields of the South? Is that a thing? I don't know where Scout's from, honestly, because I know nothing of these lands.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that you like, because you're a relic hunter of sorts,
Yeah.
right? So I don't. Would you have ever have gone to the north or heard? Nell, do you want to do it privately or do you want to do it openly?
Why want to kill the old people because you're a relic hunter?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it privately.
He hunts the
Okay.
relics and the people are old.
I don't want them to know I'm secretly an old person bounty hunter. I laid this plan the second I came in. I was going to take this place down, and Shady Pines isn't going to be a retirement village. It's going to be a cemetery.
Jesus.
I love you so much.
So you just want me to roll, right? What's the difficulty?
Yeah, there's gonna be a difficulty for you 5.
Okay, I am specialized in perception.
I think the only experience I would have had with people while he does this role is other merchants, being like knowing like a lot of different types of people.
Yeah, I sent it to you. You may have heard rumors of these people. Go ahead and make me a intellect check. Difficulty for you 6, if you can find ways to drop it. I sent it to you, by the way, now.
Intellect defense. No, too soon. Okay. Okay, I'll just do an intellect check. Let's do it. It's not trained, untrained. Success. I rolled 19. That's a minor effect. Well, oh fuck! Now I gotta open up my book.
You can kind of make up minor effects that are topically applicable as long as the GM says
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah.
That's Rogue Trader. No.
What languages do you speak?
Shin speaking the truth.
I'm going to say that you're able to communicate with these people as the minor effect with Shin.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I actually was planning on doing that anyways, and talking Shin speak and seeing if they want to work out a deal.
Yeah, you know these as sand raiders.
Oh! they're not human, are they?
Crystal Raiders.
They are a mix. So sand raiders, despite their name, are actually traders between the Guyana and the Steadfast. They belong to no one or no area, and they started off as exiles way back in the day that kind of flourished. They move between the two, gathering stuff from the cloud crystals and other places, and even they go deeper. Maybe hunt a tomb or something of that nature, get the stuff out, and then trade it back, for the best price in certain locations.
So they're like a nomadic trade company that is that is militarized itself.
Yeah, out of necessity.
Cool.
Thank you for giving me that, by the way. That was great.
So as this nomadic trade company that is militarized herself, because
we're calling them North Trading Company.
The North Trading Company. I look at them and I'm like, oh hey, Sand Raiders, how you guys doing? In Shin speak.
Yeah.
Welcome to Seattle. How about those planes?
Do me a favor, Scout. Give me a defensive roll.
What kind of defense?
Sand Raiders.
You're being blasted from a distance.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
What defense would that be?
It depends on how you're defending it, Scout. So it's either like jumping out of the way would be like speed, or taking it on the chest would be. Mike.
I'm gonna, because I'm like, I'm gonna do a mic defense, because I'm also trained in that.
Yep.
Hello? Fucking nope.
You get blasted right in the shoulder, and as it hits, you feel everything get slow in that. Like it's hard to move, and then out of nowhere, it just stops, and your left arm is now incapable of moving.
Oh, son of a bitch! I want to work out a trade.
What did we see?
I'm still
you
on
just-
hold.
You
I'm
watched
just
one of them
trying to get this.
kind of stand up, aim down, and then take a shot
Like with a rifle looking thing?
with a rifle.
Jacoby, I don't. What if we just give them the people?
What?
This like 20 some odd people right there. What if we just give them those people, and we leave?
Yeah, they'll survive a lot longer then.
Yeah, I'm really more worried about myself surviving at this point. Also, wasn't our mission to do something that did not involve saving these people?
How are we going to get back?
I don't know, but how are we going to get eaten by hill people?
Well,
While you're having this conversation, they're now sliding down the side of the ravine.
See? Now they slide on ravines like
They're
penguins.
coming.
I'm taking this action to continue the conversation, but advance towards them with my wrist blade out.
Okay.
As it's-
Wait, I'm saying you're advancing or you're not advancing?
I'm advancing. They just shot
Okay.
at me.
At this point, I want to be look at. They don't look like they're being affected by me saying if we want to make a deal.
You did not take damage. It's important to note that as well.
I didn't mark any damage because I thought it was just a numbing shot.
It was.
So as like I'm getting numb, and I was like, they got like tranquilizer guns, but hold on, let me. And then back in Shin speak, I look at them, and I go, "What? You guys are the North Trading Company. Let's make a deal."
Are you guys, besides your badges, have anything else that denotes Order of the Truth? I'm particularly looking at you, Jacoby.
I would probably have any of the regalia. Probably on. No, because I'm an assassin for them. So no, probably just the badge.
Okay, so if it's
style and fashion of maybe a Southern Kingdom.
usually like white and red is the colors that they wear.
Yeah. I may have something like that. I was thinking navies, but I may have something like that maybe underneath my navy hooded cardigan.
Yeah, but however, the people that were on the third level of this containment, traveling compartment, you notice they're being swarmed now. In fact, one of them you distinctively notice pops something in their mouth and then tosses it over in their direction. After a couple of seconds, it blows up. I'm sorry, say again?
One of the people threw a grenade, or
The raiders are throwing it at those people. And after it explodes, you notice this white liquid just kind of hit everyone. And as soon as it hits, it starts to grow and foam up. And it even engulfs somebody's arms and legs, and their hands immediately drop as the thing gains weight and sticks to their body. Some of them are even falling to the ground because they can't do anything under the immense weight of whatever this liquid is.
Bob, I have a question.
I have an answer.
Is slavery a thing that exists in Numenera?
For these people.
probably.
Okay. I think they're trying to sell us the slaves. We need to kill them.
What if we just leave them as slaves and we run? He shouts because he's nowhere near Scout. Because he has slap fights and he doesn't have any ranged weapons.
Nell, go ahead and roll me an intelligence for 4.
Who? Me?
No.
Oh, I just blacked out.
Thank you. You distinctively notice that they're not attacking anyone that's not dressed in truth garb. In fact, they're roweling everyone up and pushing them away as these people are being attacked.
The truth garb are being left out.
Yeah.
They're being left out, or they're
they're the only ones being attacked. Everyone else is being,
Okay.
pushed back.
Oh, truth are being foamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Nell's gonna relay that. Say they're after the truth.
They
Hide your badge.
And then I.
Fuck you, Myth.
All right. Shoot. All right. Can you ask them what they want?
If they can speak Shin talk, which I've been trying to.
Responding at all. Yeah, I guess is really what it comes down.
You do notice there are some of them just holding up their weapons and putting up a police blockade almost, as other people are trying to run up to try to help, but they're just holding them back.
Deneen quickly takes his like pin and shoves it in his pants, but because his pants fit perfectly, you can see the outline of the pin, and so he's like, shit! And he pulls it out, and he's trying to find a place to hide his pin, and he eventually just throws it in the wreckage.
Okay.
At this point, Scout's like, I know why I got that. Pulls out his energy sword and begins charging the front lines.
Just so we're clear, how many of these people are there?
Right now only one side came down, so there's only 6. The other side are kind of, they're kind of looking out. They're scanning the skies.
Uh-huh.
They feel like the people on the floor have this under control.
But are there 6 of those guys too?
Yeah, up on the top of the hill. Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
With us, and then the other ones are doing recon above.
God, if only you had more guns to throw through people, Jacoby.
If only. There's rocks and shit around.
Well,
So
you could take their guns after we kill them.
So you guys are definitely fighting this? You want to roll initiatives?
I'm not fighting this because I have slappy hands. Is there the robots I'm assuming the robots that we killed inside the ship, did they have, one of them had a gun for sure.
No, one of them had the rocket glove.
The rocket glove.
And the other one had the sword that is now on Scout.
And the third one got away.
Rocket glove.
Yeah, the third one was the hooded figure
Okay.
that Jacoby has a love interest in.
Yeah. Shit. Okay, cool. Yep. All right, let's do some initiative.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to roll for them. Or actually, you guys roll, and if you guys beat them, you guys go first. We're going to do a team, side-based.
What's their initiative? What's their DC?
Their difficulty is going to be a 4.
Who's rolling for us?
Cool.
We all roll.
Yeah.
Speed, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's an initiative section.
Yeah.
Yeah, we roll, and then it goes from who. Oh, right. I don't know why I didn't roll.
Well, Nell just got you guys the major effect. Nell, what's your major effect? A major effect.
Major effect.
Major.
They know what I. They know what I can do. I scare them. The
You
sight
scare
of
them?
Yeah, the sight of me scares them.
Okay. You notice that as you guys, the 4 of you are running up, they all look at you guys. You notice there's a visible and then they see Nell running out front. Nell's muttering something in a language you guys don't understand, and immediately they drop their weapons and then slowly start to back away. You see them turn and they start, and the others turn as well, and they all see Nell. They immediately start running the opposite direction. Fuck everyone else.
Are these all abhumans?
Yeah, they're just humans made of abdominal muscles.
I hate you.
That's why they only attack.
How long were you waiting for that?
They only attack in 6s because they call it a 6-pack.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why there's.
I hate
down here in
this
6.
whole show.
Brought to you by Coca-Cola.
Oh, fuck. No, it's brought to you by Mythematic, gfuel.com/Mythematic.
Yeah.
For 20% off.
All right. So where are you guys going? What are you guys doing?
They're running away?
They're running away. They saw Nell and they were like, "Holy fuck!"
And they don't have like mounts, right? They're just like on foot.
Yeah, but they're pretty quick in the sand.
Did they drop their guns? They dropped their things. You said.
Yeah. Yeah.
And okay.
2 of them did.
I would go throw one of the guns to Deneen because he's useless without one.
He has a rocket arm.
He's useless with one.
Wait, he comes out with a rocket arm?
I told you I can shoot rockets out of my arm.
Look what I got! And he just flies away.
I've had it the entire time. I have a grenade launcher in my arm. I have a
Oh.
wrist bracelet that shoots grenades.
It's not a glove that has a rocket in it. It just turns your arm into a rocket.
Yeah.
He's Mega Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
It only works one time.
Like Mega Man.
What are the other 6 doing now?
They're confused.
I stand in front of the people that are getting white foamed and crack out my energy weapon because I imagine I can't run up to them at this point. And say in Shin talk, I was like, you had a chance to make a deal, but you had to go and attack us, so I'm gonna fucking murder all of you.
They look over at you now and say, Fipro, you side with the truth, with the invaders. That's you now, if you forgot your last name. Okay. Double checking. How to check.
No. I side with who I want.
You hear back.
No, they don't does that. He goes,
They all speak dolphin.
Is Nell a dolphin?
I've been found out.
He's been strange the entire time. I don't know what he is.
It's been a dolphin, and we're just like
water is
with the
massive.
beard on.
Remember that Animaniacs show with the chicken man who was like, everyone just like, oh my god, that chicken man. That's him, but he's a dolphin.
Yeah.
He just like,
They
You leave.
someone just snort.
I thought he was just doing an excited dance. He's like,
My real name is Nell Flippero.
Wondering why
everything
eating
makes so much more sense right now.
fish raw this whole time. Just throw it onto his tongue this whole time.
I wondered why he wanted us to moisten him. It was very strange.
They look at you and they say, so be it.
Oh no.
And then they kind of just disappear behind the ridgeline.
So how many just ran off? 3 of the 6 down there?
All 12.
All of them. Yeah, all 12.
Ran
Just,
off, and then we also now have the 6 still above,
no, they ran away too.
or they also feast.
no, they all 12 are gone.
All of them. Okay.
All gone.
So, still, problem 1 gone. No cannibals are going to eat us today, or sell us into slavery. But also, can we eat the foam, or how do we survive here? Your choice in question number 2.
Wait, do you know who they were?
No. But I assume
No,
they're going
Nell.
to eat
I'm
us.
talking to Nell.
Oh, well, address them when you speak to someone.
Nell,
Polite
do you know
scout.
who they were? Because you speak dolphin.
Not personally, no.
What are you a Northern Trade Company?
I've dealt with them on occasion.
They look like they knew you. As I put my
I get around.
You guys spoke the same language.
It's a passing thing.
What's that language?
Sorry, no, was that? I get around.
Yeah. No.
What's that?
It's do I have liberties of making up a language, Bob? Or is there-
All the liberties in the world.
All right. It's yeah. Squeakus. I don't know. We're gonna call it Squeakus. Squeakus. Yeah, that's just what we called it. You know, I don't. They probably got an actual name for it.
In our pods, that's what we call it.
Can you teach me Squeakus?
You don't really learn Squeakus. You kind of absorb it. It's you just gotta spend some time with the guys, you know.
Well, then tell me about the guys and why they noticed you and then ran off.
I've got a, you know, I've got like a,
I like how you're from New York.
yeah.
I got a guy
all of
over
a sudden,
here.
I nailed Vipro. I mean, I was in,
That's where dolphins are from. You didn't know that?
yeah.
You were thinking they might be from Miami, but you know.
No, I'm from New York.
Look, we
Yeah,
heard
no,
they're
we
from New
fly
York.
jets too, you know.
Told you not to eat anything out of the Raren.
I have a bit of a reputation, yeah.
In what?
Oh, I haven't heard that. And
Do you murder them?
Also,
Do we murder
what-
them? Are we
what did
cool?
they-
It's not family. Is it?
It's not a big thing. It's just, you know,
What did they say to you? And what did you say back to them? It just sounded like e to me. I didn't understand a word of it.
they asked what I was doing here, and I told them I'm holding the truth, as it were.
As your equal ranked and assumed leadership officer, I demand you tell me what you have done.
As a literal liar, pants on fire, I don't believe a word of what you just said.
Okay, I used to have dealings with their boss, and they recognized me. That's all. I've since turned to the ways of truth.
How many of them did you kill?
Enough.
Enough where they were scared of you at sight?
A lot, I would think, or a public execution of someone.
It was less the amount I killed and more so the amount we killed.
I don't understand this riddle.
It was a group effort. It was before you guys.
There was
Sorry.
a rebellion within the order, which within the North Trading Company, of which you split off and severed with others to then find us in the South and then become your upholding the truth because you wanted to attune to yourself of the evil ways you have done by raiding and pillaging those who have for a better or for worse trading company in the North. Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, I feel like you said exactly what I just said.
In the midst of this gruesome conversation about killing people, you just hear "Kts," and Deneen has opened one of the cans of like pressurized water from the supplies for the people.
That sound has now become
might be one of the dead old people.
yeah. Now
LaCroix, the seltzer.
as soon as you open that up, all of the old people are just like at the sound of the opening of the can.
I see LaCroix. I take it back. I take this and he dumps it out.
You just drank one of the old people's, right? And so you're basically agreeing with me they should die. You're just dumping out their water in front of you. You're pretty cruel.
I said we should eat them.
Make the Pedialyte while you're at
If
it.
you want to eat them,
Yes, well, you
I
bring
mean,
them with them. They're walking.
I'm giving them the option. I'm fine. I'm going to be fine with food.
I don't
No.
have any food, and I'd like to eat this here.
At
What,
this
you-
point, you notice one of the old ladies are
many
trying to
insurers do
heal
we have left?
themselves up the side of the ravine.
How many insurers do we have left?
Newman shirts.
No, don't. You're just going to feed the animals. You should feed us because we are better.
She turns.
Regardless of listen, Nell, I am very sure that whatever you're talking about with North Company and slaughtering whatever is very important to the plot. But how do we get out of a desert?
Yeah,
It's
I'm with you
very
on this.
warm in here, and he like unwraps a scarf and begins to like fan himself with his like a southern like a southern gentleman with the handkerchief.
South.
Can I roll survival?
It's so hot in here.
For what?
To see how they can survive here.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an intellect check.
Difficulty?
We'll say 4.
17.
Yeah. So you wanted to see how they'll survive?
Give them because Deneen's flipping out. I'm gonna be fine. I don't know if Zell. He apparently knows the desert people, so even if we all die, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Jacoby and Deneen and the young people, the old people are fucked, in my opinion. Giving them tips on what they need to do to survive. It'll be called Scout's Guide to Surviving the Crystal Plains.
Yeah. We'll say you're able to do it. What information do you want to portray?
They just kill
Where to get food and water, and how when's the best time to travel.
The northern desert-like area does have some amount of vegetation, flowers, wild edibles. things of that nature. Obtaining water is probably going to be the biggest issue, but most of the vegetation does in fact harness water, like desert would. So cactus would have stored water inside of it. Flowers would have it in their pods, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm. I basically look at them and be like, okay, Janine, and this goes for everyone. Probably Jacoby too. I don't know about Zell, because you have a lot of things to talk about.
Who's Zell?
No.
No?
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, you humans look the same. So, basically, what we need to do is get all like the desert like plants that we can use, and we have 3 days of food for you guys. That's everyone. If we kill the old people, we'll have more for you guys. So that old lady's gone, so that maybe extends everyone by a few more hours. The more old people we knock out, the more, you guys have more days to survive. I don't know how many days it would take to walk this, but what you guys could do is go in the wilderness and get like cactuses and stuff like that for water. There's edible plants. They look like these ones, and I point at some random plants that are edible. But for the most part, that's how we're going to survive here. Whether anyone comes to get us, we're probably going to get picked off by the Desert Trading Company because they're going to come back eventually. Either we move or we get something operating again or something. But we can't just sit here.
He's kidding about killing the old people. We're not going to do that, nor there's just it's his way of, it's a sense of humor. We're not going to kill any of the old people. The point is, we are going to need you all to kick up some work here so we can then survive, right? Is that that's what you meant, Scout, right?
Well, I made him chieftain, and I point at the random guy.
He's still holding his
I made him chieftain, so he's deciding if they're killing the old people.
Like a flight attendant's vest. And he's like,
yeah.
It's his life jacket.
Yeah, he's so proud of himself at this point.
So something snaps in Deneen, right? And he takes on a completely different demeanor than what he normally has.
Oh, now it snaps.
Yeah, now it snaps. And he like stands up straighter, and he begins like marching back and forth between the group of people, like the way a general does in front of his troops, and like his voice takes on like less of a, oh, we're going to die, everyone. This is just terrible. And he begins to like command the people here. I have a dope new ability, Bob, called Impart Ideal, which I can impart my ideals into a group of people, such as my political party is the best, or children should be seen and not heard.
Why is this ability?
Yeah, because I'm fucking awesome. And so I am going to rally these people, divide them into groups,
and kill the old people, right?
Kill the old people. To A, make shelter out of the wreckage, and B, go find food and set up defenses. Because if we know anything about Deneen, is he doesn't do anything by himself. He's not going to do this work himself. But I am going to have a rousing speech to get these people up and moving, to organize, find food, find water, make shelter, so we can at least stay the night here and regroup and leave in the morning.
So you're not looking for semi-permanent shelter. You're looking for just to sleep inside the cabin tonight.
I don't know if it rains crystals here, Bob. No. I don't know what it does here, so I don't want to be outside when crystal rain happens, or I get white gooed. Okay, I want some kind of white goo-proof shelter.
So you guys going to set up some type of like sentry or something of that nature?
I'm going to convince them to do it. Is what my.
Can I feel my arm again yet?
The effects seem like they're lessening, but no, not yet.
Okay.
So Deneen actually.
So I'm like, look here, people.
Hold on. Harry Potter, the fucking wonky arm.
Just whipping it at people.
Yeah.
Come
on. So is there a role required for this epic speech?
I don't know. How does the skill work? I'm intrigued by this. I've never heard of this skill before.
So it's a special ability, and it literally says, after interacting with a creature who can hear or understand you for at least 1 minute, you can attempt to temporarily impart an ideal to the target that you can't otherwise convince it of. That being, my idea for survival is the best ideas for survival.
So I'm getting a single target aspect from this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick the general or whoever he pointed the chief, right? The chief. I'm going to essentially make the chief my drone.
So because these people are trying to survive and no one's taking up note, I'm going to say that this is going to be a difficulty 5 instead of a higher. But this is for the entire everyone.
Cool.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that for me.
Dope.
Charisma. So intelligence, I guess.
Intelligence. Yeah. So I am. So it's difficulty 5. You said.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I am trained in public speaking, so I'm going to knock that down by 1. I'm also trained in persuasion, so I'm going to knock it down by 1. So that's difficulty 3. And let's see. The imparted ideal lasts for an ideal influences. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say. It's just an action. I just activate this to impart an ideal. Yeah, so I'm going to activate this ability and spend 3 points. And the ideal that I'm imparting in at least the chieftain is that my ideas for survival are correct. So that one just happens. He believes that. I activate this power and he believes that. The convince is for everyone else. So I'm going to give that a difficulty 3, and I'm going to give you a roll here. Ka-chow!
Now, Mike.
And then I'm going to spend my XP.
Yep.
There
Mike,
we go.
Start talking, and I'll let you know when 60 seconds is up.
But I feel like I talked for 60 seconds at least already.
Why did you need to talk for 60 seconds?
So
because
so that's the way the ability works.
Spell, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So he kind of looks at you, and at first he didn't believe you, but then you were like, "We will fight on the beaches." Yeah. And then he was just like, yeah.
Another thing.
Yeah, he was all about it. He was all about it after that. Immediately, people starting to gather around, and they're starting to form their own little groups. You notice that he stands up on top of a rock. He's like, "All right, you work on building the shelter and make sure there's enough beds for everyone. You get me my vest." And he's just shouting randomly.
He's got 2 vests on. He takes the vest up and throws it. Get it! Bring it back to me.
Is he wearing 2 vests?
He's drunk with power.
No, he threw it, and then either way.
No, that's scouting character. He has 2 vests on.
Yeah, he has 2 vests on now.
The chieftain boa, which is just the life vest. So he's got that one on, so people know he's the chieftain. Everyone who's paying back doing domestics at the settlement has a flight attendant vest, and everybody else is free game. So the hunters are just wearing whatever, and the gatherers are wearing vests.
He looks at you guys and says, "You get up on top of the ridges and watch for potential threats."
Us?
We had a discussion. My ideas are the best ideas.
I say back talk, he says as he points at you.
Damn it! We gave this guy power.
Scout, can you stab him with the sword?
Is he yelling at me?
He's yelling at all of us.
Yelling at the group.
He's yelling at me?
Yeah.
I pulled out my energy sword. I was like, "Do you want to fucking think about that again?"
Roll intimidation.
And then
you know what? I have training in intimidation as well. I'm going to help Scout. And I'm just going to be a straight up hype man from behind him. I'm like, "Yeah, do you want a piece of this man right here? He'd fight every battle."
I also have intimidation, so I'm just going to creepily go behind him and...
Wait, you're like the guy in Hey Arnold who's breathing over Helga's
He just gives him
shoulder?
the rock.
Yeah, but like Nell's like 6 foot and Scout's what, like 4'6", so it's yeah.
Okay, so because
The rock
this
beats
guy-
DeVito.
this guy has seen some shit, I'm gonna say it's difficulty 4. Because he's also getting an asset from D9, I'm gonna remove you guys as an asset.
Okay, so difficulty 4 for me.
Yeah, because D9 gave him an asset with the pep talk.
And is this? I'm gonna roll might with it because I'm looking menacing.
Yeah,
holding
sure.
My sword.
Yeah,
okay. Oh fuck, dude.
He looks at you and says, "No, this is for the survival of the people."
I don't care about these people. As I mentioned before, these old people need to die. I fucking put you in charge. Don't tell me what the fuck.
Nell's gonna put his
Everyone
hand.
is kind of just standing up and grabbing onto their weapons and then looking at you, Scout. Like all 25 of them.
Oh, Scout's gonna be in a battle royal here in a second.
He's gonna kill all the old people himself. Yeah. As Jacoby's just forced to watch the slaughter of old people.
Yeah, Nell's gonna like reach down and put a hand on Scout. They're gonna do it all themselves. We don't have to help.
This is easy. I can lie about them revolting and we having to kill them. That's fine. People, for the sake of survival, is not good. So if they revolt and we kill them, that's easier paper to cover up.
As I look back at the guy and go, "You take care of your fucking group. We'll take care of our fucking group. You got that? Or I'm gonna fucking murder you while you sleep tonight." I have no
Through the
problem
90s.
I'm not going to give you a second roll just because I don't like when people roll multiple times for the same thing. Yeah. So you guys can go off and do what you want to do, or you can help, or if you can think of a third option. But
Scout's pretty much they're human. They're stupid. But he wants that wobbler dog he saved. So he's gonna take the dog.
You're just going to take it from the little girl?
Yeah. The Wiggler, yeah.
You're just going to go take the Wiggler from the little girl?
Yeah. This is mine now. I saved him. Goodbye.
Gross.
Oh, okay. So the girl just starts crying and everyone's just like looking at you guys like you guys are monsters.
Scout is a monster. I love that you saved it. You dodge rolled into combat to save it. And then you were like, take better care of your things. And then when shit goes awry, you're like, fuck you, it's mine.
Yeah. And then he's like, she's crying and he's like, I know what you're doing. Oh, and he's like playing with the Wiggler.
Wiggler's like super happy to have attention.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
What Wiggler isn't, if we're being honest?
Yeah, seriously. My Wigglers are, every time I touch them, they just go crazy. Don't look at me like that, man.
Well, that's the show, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Anyway,
are they getting up in arms right now?
Are you guys walking away?
Yeah.
Deneen is walking back. He's looking back and forth. I just want.
We walk away like a dramatic boy band.
Nell's doing his best to usher Scout away. Like, come on.
But they were going to get me food and water and a shelter. And fine. And he follows Jacoby and his boy band walk away.
So we know that we'll go back and get the settlement and get some stuff, but we have to talk about what we're gonna do with us and also the mission and now these people.
Oh no, they're probably gonna die.
Can we just? How do we get out of these fields?
Get on my right off. That's all.
I got the Wiggler, so we're fine.
How does that help us? Is that food? Can we eat it?
No.
Well, we could use the silk from it to fashion any sort of cable or string we need. But
I don't know what the fucking thing looks like. I just realized I'm like picturing a silky dog now.
Have you ever played Super Mario World?
Yes.
Do you remember the Wiggler in Super Mario World, that centipede that you had to jump on and change its colors?
With shoes?
That's exactly what I was picturing.
That's a Wiggler.
Horn with shoes.
Yeah, I was picturing that, but in like a hyper realistic format.
I pictured the bug alien from Teen Titans.
Yeah, it's kind of got like, it's furry.
Yeah,
but like bug furry, as if like a spider was like the size of like, a car. Furry.
Yeah. And I was like,
okay.
But besides that, it's not for anything.
What Jacoby said.
You still have a silk gland?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well,
no, actually, it only has a stink gland, and when frightened, it emits a very, very potent stench.
Oh, awesome! So I can stink people.
Yeah, effectively.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Why did you give us this thing?
It was a side comment because I needed to come up with a creature that's not a dog because they don't exist. And I played Super Mario before last session, and this is the outcome.
Yeah.
Mario.
There we go.
Mario.
All right. So yeah, and then we walk away, but yeah, I still talk about when and how are we to get to Daymore. So we're very far off course.
Where's,
I don't know if you
where's
guys noticed.
Namor from here?
South.
Oh,
South.
Way, way south. Like,
We
Do you ever think that they were setting us up to get killed?
yes,
I
literally
didn't
every
think about that
time.
until right now.
I mean, did anyone pay attention while we were flying if we were going in the right direction?
I didn't know what no.
You were in the engine room with me. There's no way we could tell.
Never
They-
left the city.
Approximately 675 miles.
Shit.
Yeah, we were going pretty fast.
Yeah, pretty fast in the wrong direction. I think this might have been something.
Oh, I mean, when they harpooned us, those things that they were on the platforms, it could act like a sail and pull us off course.
But that much?
D-Nice,
Following us for that long?
Yes.
Like,
you
at
would
that
go,
speed, just the smallest course correction can send you in a completely different way.
Yeah.
roll me an intelligence check, D-Nice.
What's the DC?
Open-ended.
Alrighty. Boom. A nat 20. What does that get me?
A major effect.
Cool. What am I rolling for?
You're rolling for knowledge of navigation, I guess, or probability of navigation.
I'm rolling for this?
Yeah, that's what you rolled for. You would have some just based on machine knowledge.
Okay. So what do I know?
You know that there, even if there was steered off course, to get from Key to get to Osper is probably a 3-day travel. You guys were traveling what, a day? About, not even, and you are now 675 miles off course. Something affected you in some way.
I have a weird major effect. So I'm gonna run this by you.
Okay.
The skiff is still functional?
Yeah.
Dope.
I mean, I'm not going to ever say no to a major effect. So.
Cool. So he looks as everyone's kind of bickering back and forth, and as Nell mentions the skiff course correction thing, he
You
says,
can actually see it floating as you guys walk away.
just like ironically, as he mentions the skiff, just like it falls off the side of the thing and just hovers there. Everyone, the skiff that Jacoby and I so daringly used to save our lives is functional. Also,
Now let's
just,
leave these fucking people.
yeah, no, that's my plan. I'm going to take that, whether you come or not. The plan. Oh wait, no, not the plan. I just want to know that it takes about like 2 or 3 days to get from Key to where we were going in Thamor, but that's far closer than where we are now, and we were only traveling for about a day. In fact, we didn't even hit nightfall, so something happened. It wasn't a minor course correction. We've traveled several days' journey in an afternoon. I don't know what that means, but I know it can't be good, or natural, or I don't know. I don't know any more adjectives for that. It's not great.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I roll skilled with Numenera to see if there is any Numenera that would cause that sort of distortion, or is that powerful to displace us that far out?
Yeah, but it's going to be really difficult to recall Numenera. That's going to be pretty
Or
difficult.
if like I heard any Numenera that do that.
Yeah, go for it.
What's the difficulty?
6.
6.
But you're skilled in Numenera, so you can start minusing if you need to, if you want to.
Skilled in Numenera, which takes it to a 5. Or did I take it to a 4 because it's skilled?
No, take it to
It's
no.
skilled-
Specialized is 4.
Specialized 6 out of 4.
Yeah, skilled is 4.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's trained or specialized.
I'm going through my skills real quick to see if anything would make sense. No, I think that's the only thing. So I got it down to a 5 currently.
Are
So it'd be a
you
4.
is your S, is it an S in Numenera, or is it one check or 2 checks?
It just said skilled. I have not checked anything.
Oh, you're
in this.
skilled
I did
at
have
Numenera.
skilled.
Then it's just trained.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to up ranks and things. So
When you
that's a
level,
question.
when you tier up, you can choose new skills, or you can take a current skill and bump it up to specialized.
I think you also use 4 XP to do it too.
Yeah.
in some situations.
I did not realize that was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this roll. Intellect.
At difficulty 4.
Yeah, because I have skilled in Numenera. I'm trained in it.
Yeah, that would bring it down to a 6, right?
From 6 to 5.
Do you have 2 check boxes or 1 checked?
None. I clicked the T in skill, and then put it down to a 5 because I'm skilled in Numenera. Is that how it works?
No, it would just be a 5.
You basically counted the skill twice. So if you check the T, it counts as 1. So you rolled a 12, which would not be a success on a difficulty of 5.
Oh,
correct.
fuck.
You're 3 short.
Right.
Correct.
This fucking character sheet's so confusing now.
It is.
Do you want to spend an XP to try to beat a 12?
I don't have any XP.
Could I give you one of mine?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Take one of mine.
All right. I'm gonna try to beat a 12.
15.
No.
I'm going to save that. I'm going to bank that one. Because
Okay.
there's nothing really to interject here, so nothing that'll add plot story anyway. So I'm gonna bank that if you guys don't mind.
No.
Everyone cool with that?
No.
What are you banking?
Yeah, it's fine. You got a free
the
GM
GM
intrusion.
intrusion.
I got he rolled in that one, so I get an intrusion. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna bank it for now.
I don't get any XP. I'm like, God damn it, I need more XP.
No, this isn't. Yeah, this isn't Dungeon World. You don't get XP for failure.
So if we just sneak around the side of the crashed Nuremberg, and we get on the skiff, and I assume, Scout, you said something about knowing directions. If you could point us southish, and we just go that way.
Yeah. It's that way.
Okay, great.
Okay.
That way.
So
Thank
you
Thank
guys,
you, Nell. I appreciate
you
this.
guys start to head off. Travel is brutal. Night is starting to set in, and everything is getting brutally cold.
Are we on the skiff and have already left?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
This is what I do as we leave. I do fucking this, or like I do whatever fucking this is, which is like fuck you and Numenera or something like that.
Okay,
And
I'm down.
like, as we're flying off, I'm like
Okay. Yeah.
to the group of people, and I'm like, should have killed your old people, and then
They're not 100% known what that is, so they all do it back, thinking it's like a greeting. They're like, "Yeah, later."
I told them that means prosperity among their youth.
well,
They weren't so bad after all.
So
Yeah. So either way, you guys start taking out south. So you can't get lost, right?
not by normal means.
Okay.
No.
So we're gonna do a bit of not hexploration, but we're gonna kind of use that methodology anyway. So what square do you want to go into? You have 6 options. 4 options. I apologize. Not 6.
Gridsploration now.
We're
Gridsploration.
we're in the cloud crystal sky fields, right?
Yeah, you're exactly where this marker is.
I mean, we want to go south, right?
Correct. So you're just gonna go to the one directly below you.
Well,
6th
I
one?
mean, we need to go to Thamor, correct?
Correct.
Uh,
Allspur, which is actually directly south or southish.
so we would start going southeast
Okay.
towards Thamor.
Okay, so
But
we're gonna.
here's a question: so the crystals that float in the sky, would that cause an issue to fly through?
No, because you're hovering more than actually flying.
Okay.
Yeah. So each one of these squares is going to be a day for the purpose of this. And we're going to say, I'm sorry, I'm getting too rules chunky here. But we're going to say each day you're going to be able to move a square. We'll say be able to move 2. So we'll say that you move to about right there.
Okay.
And in 2 days you'll be able to move down, or one day you'll be able to move down here, etc., etc. And we'll go through. Do you guys want to stop for anything? Do you want me to RP, or do you guys going to blow through everything and be like, screw everything else? It's your guys' call.
I imagine these guys are gonna need to stop somewhere to get food.
Yeah.
So would I know the nearest town?
You have heard rumors of a place that you've been wanting to explore, maybe we'll say. I'll let you describe how important it was to you. There is an ancient architecture that once Okay, that once stood in past civilizations, but has since tumbled over. At one point in time, you heard rumor that it was the mecca of a city's city.
Mhm.
However, it has since been abolished and no life remains there. You've heard rumors that people who have tried to make it there have also failed miserably in just discovering it. But you know it should be somewhere along the northern banks of Mount Zanus or Zanlis.
What's that?
Mount Zanlis is going to be this mountain range.
Oh, there's a giant green line that showed up on the map, and I'm very.
I just
This-
drew it.
Yeah,
Okay.
this mountain range is
Sure.
probably. Yeah.
So I look at them and I go, well, there is a ruins along the mountain range that we can try to get to, and see if we can locate some food with inside there, or find a civilization nearby of other seekers trying to find this ruins that they haven't been able to find, and get you guys, materials, maybe stock up on stuff because
Right.
you guys suck at finding food.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. If there's ruins, that means there's got to be the chance of traders nearby to take whatever it is, or those who are there to seek a pilgrimage would then settle nearby, and with that, we could probably make some trade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's going to be your guys' game plan, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's
Deneen
9:30 now. Do you guys want to call it?
Deneen is a nest of scarves. He is passed out and heard none of this conversation. He burrowed immediately into a nest of knives like a tiny ferret, and he is just a... You just see the nest of scarves moving up and down.
Secretly, Scout is screaming on the inside because he can possibly find an ancient ruins that he can delve into.
Just shitting himself.
And Nelvin.
Yeah, we can call it here. We
Yeah,
can
we should call it here just so I can set it up for next week.
Sure.
Cool. So, GG guys. I had a lot of
Yeah.
fun. So,
we didn't kill any old people, so that's,
Well-
We killed everyone.
Yeah.
Positive outlook, Scout.
Look, I don't know if you know this. Scout is pretty much like, hey, if you can't carry your weight, you're pretty much, he's a survivalist, right?
Yeah.
So it's very much that person's old, you're carrying them around, the caribou get eaten, the weak and old ones get eaten first, and that's how the packs or the horde survives, out of the caribou. The weak get eaten by the wolves. So essentially the same mentality. He took the little wiggler because he saved that wiggler, and that little girl's a piece of shit to him. So he took it, she's crying, she's dead.
She's as
so,
good as the old people, so...
He's dead.
That being
She's
said, guys, after that PSA, let's hear about our friends here in the cast. McLogan, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to besides murdering the elderly?
or a bunch of people that are pretentious. Hi, I'm McLogan. You guys can follow me on my Twitter at McLogan. I usually tweet out or retweet what shows I'm going to be on, and do all that kind of fun stuff. Like tomorrow, I'm going to be on a kind of roleplay channel. I'm going to be doing the World Tree Burns campaign, where I play a little gnome guy, and he's like, "Hi, everyone," and he's super fun, and I like playing him. And he gets into some shit. Oddly enough, he's a ranger as well. But he has a dark past, and I love it. But other than that, and then Fridays, I'm in a Rogue Trader Warhammer campaign where I play a pilot, which is really fun to play. I'm kind of an asshole to everyone there too. I think there's a trend. I like playing good characters, but this is my it has been a while since I played characters that have been like.
This is your bad guy arc?
Yeah.
My bad guy arc.
I also feel as being like a good person. Sometimes it's fun to play a bad person. You know what I mean?
Because you played the paladin, you're like, yeah, I saved the children again, but you're like, what did I just push the bus off the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just am a bad person and play bad people.
Yeah, what if I just kill all the old people?
I mean,
Convince
We
the
would-
community to eat the old people.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we would then, we'd probably live a lot longer.
It's true. If we just ate our old people, we gain
And that's me. I'm McLoken.
And you
Killing
gain,
your old
you
people.
gain their powers like a Wendigo.
their.
Speaking of gaining the powers of elderly and eating people like a Wendigo,
What powers would that be? Watching
don't-
Matlock and eating tapioca?
we'll find out. Myth, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you up to besides eating old people to gain their powers?
Well, that's how I gain my fashion sense. I am a tweed vest right now, and that is why. So anyway, my name's Mythematic. You can follow me over at twitter.com/Mythematic for any updates for what I'm doing throughout the week. I stream over on my channel and on others as well, but it was a blast as always to play here. Thank you guys for hanging out, and thank you so much, Bob, for just such a great story. Really, it's a lot of fun,
I'm
and
done
I
with
can't
all of
wait
you people.
every Monday to play.
I'm there with it. I'm done with you people. Frags, save me. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Hey, I'm Kendall, and I'm Mike's friend. And yeah, that's me.
Nailed it. Bob, who are you? Where can we find you? And what are you doing on the internet? Perfect. Bob D. Seed. Guys, if you want to see more of Bob, check out this show every Monday. Also, check out twitch.tv// Dice and Heroes. He plays with a bunch of people, including What Internet, who's a guy in the chat. Oh, there he is. Hey, Bob. There you are. You're back.
Hey,
Bob, I just
I gave
pitched
a
you.
speech.
Right. Well, no one heard it, but I just pitched you, and the fact that you are on Dice and Heroes, and everyone should go check you out. Other than that, if you guys want to play Apex with Bob, that's all he does forever now.
Yeah, that's just my life now.
Yeah. That being said,
Can you sell me on playing Apex?
What?
30 seconds. Try to sell me on playing Apex.
go.
It is an awesome BR where all the characters have special abilities. They're going to be releasing new ones next month. I think 2 of them. The game is really well polished aside from server issues. Other than that, the game is incredibly well balanced. There are a few things that stand out as strong, but nothing overly broken. I haven't come across an issue yet where I hated the game. Yeah, it looks like Borderlands, plays like Titanfall.
Time.
And
Done. You're out. That being said, guys, if you're not playing Apex, whatever.
I'm not going to play it.
Counterpoint, you will be bad, and everyone who's ever played the game will be much better than you at all times.
That's true.
Yeah.
Much
That would
like
just make me yell at my
Numenera.
computer.
So with that, guys, we're gonna go raid our friend Greg from Tales from the Grim. He's playing some Blue Wild Yonder with some Lady Blackbird RPG. Go give them all of your hot sticky raid love, and from all of us to you guys, bye bye.
Bye.
deuces.